I was wrong. Here's the deal. When I started this channel, I owned two systems. I owned a Nintendo Switch and a PlayStation 4. It wasn't even my PlayStation 4, it was my buddy's. And now I'm sitting here looking at a Nintendo Switch Lite, a Nintendo Switch OLED on the way, an Xbox Series S, and a PlayStation 5. This channel has covered it all. We've talked at length about the Xbox Series S, and I'm gonna be honest with you, the reason why is because I know that if I make a video about it, it's gonna get views, and I hate that. I really don't like that that's why I made that video and I make those videos. And I want to come clean on something. There is an element of this channel that I am starting to realize is not really me. And that is the coverage of stuff like Xbox and PlayStation 5. Everything I've said about both systems is absolutely true and I believe wholeheartedly. I think they're great systems. I think they're exciting to use. They're wonderfully made. Here's the deal though. I don't really care about them. And though I do recommend if anyone wants to go out and get an Xbox Series, the Series S I recommend with all my heart. If anyone wants to get a PlayStation 5, I think it's great. It's not going to get the support till 2022, mark my words. But there's one thing that I care deeply about, and it's Nintendo products. I have no clue why. I can't tell you why. I just have always loved them. I think maybe nostalgia plays a huge part of it. I was not a PlayStation or Xbox user when I was younger. I owned them, but I always loved Nintendo products. The beginning of this channel was based on Nintendo products. It's all I've owned. I have purchased 98% of everything I've talked about on this channel, with the exception of this crazy controller right here, a couple other ones that I just couldn't bear to review because the quality was so bad. And what else did I not purchase? Oh, a couple cases. Everything else I've purchased with my money, not even like additional money, just like my money to review and to share with you guys. And I'm realizing something. My channel and some of the things I'm doing, I'm chasing the popularity. I'm chasing the trends. And though, because this is something I want to turn into a business, or I'm trying to turn into a business, they are wise decisions. I'm realizing my heart is slowly falling out of it. And that can't happen, because if that happens for me, I know what I'll do. I'll just quit and stop completely and then just let it all go. And I've done that like my whole life, and that's just not something I want to do. So I need to make a change, and I need to make it fast, and I need to make it public, because that is the only way I can be held accountable. Here's the deal, guys. I love Nintendo, and I want to talk about it. I want to talk about Nintendo games. I want to talk about Nintendo products. We got a new one coming down, the OLED. I just want to get even deeper with that. And I can't focus on Xbox and PlayStation, all the things that are happening at the same time there too. I can't focus on all the console things. I'm not abandoning everything else and just saying with Nintendo, but what I am saying is this channel is going to be one that is focused on Nintendo products. If something huge hits the PlayStation, we'll chat for a brief moment. I'll recognize it, but realistically, this is your spot for Nintendo. And I know that some of you are like, well, I came for the Xbox stuff, man. I don't want Nintendo. And here's the deal. I appreciate your time with me. If you want to stick around, please do. But if you're like, this is not what I signed up for, hey, I get it, man. I'm not offended. I totally understand. And I think that is totally fair. But I just need to be honest with you. I like this a lot. Like, I love these so much. These are great, but I don't use them. I really don't. I want to, and I try to, but I don't. And it kind of saddens me, because I feel like part of me is lying by talking about them. Everything I've said before is true. I think they're amazing, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't use them. At the end of my day, I grab my Nintendo Switch Lite, I log on, I turn it on, I play Stardew Valley or Eastward Now, I love that. I replay a Zelda game. I go through Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo emulator on there so many times. I love it. And so that's where we're gonna be. And I think that because this channel is named after me, Julian Melnick, or my name is JD, I go by JD too, I think it's only appropriate that we stick to that. And so I appreciate any of you who are watching this to this point, because this is not a normal video. And we're still gonna stream stuff and have fun doing that. It's gonna be on a Nintendo system, because that's what I love. And this is a representation of my creativity, and that's something that I just want to be creative about. I want to do a documentary about Nintendo. I want to have every Nintendo system and showcase it in a museum. Like, there's just a lot of Nintendo stuff, and I don't feel that same way about the other systems. So that is going to be a huge shift, and if you're on board, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And if you're not on board and you're like, this isn't what I signed up for, as I said before, thanks for your time. I appreciated it. I think that it was great. And if you're going to take off and unsubscribe, totally understand. Honestly, I totally do. I'd probably do the same thing. So, yeah. That's it, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to this new direction. Please join us on our streams Tuesdays and Thursdays for the most part at 7 p.m. Pacific, and also Saturdays around the same time, 7 p.m. Pacific, if you know what's going to happen. And also, always, forever, and don't think that it'll ever change. Happy gaming.